Hi guys, welcome back to the Shannon Show podcast. So today's episode is going to be a review of Love Island 2019, episode 39. Obviously, the big thing that happened in this episode is the whole Michael and Amber situation. But before I get into that, let's talk about the other happenings in the show. Obviously, Greg and Amber have their day. Greg seems like an alright guy, like personality wise, but I still feel like the producers could have done a lot more for Amber. Like, obviously, I feel like Amber still harbors feelings for Michael. I guess we won't know until the next episode. But I feel like she still harbors feelings for Michael, and I feel like if the producers really wanted Amber's head to turn, they would have put somebody of a higher caliber. His personality is okay, but I feel like looks wise, if they wanted Amber's head to turn and for Michael to really be jealous, to conjure up that kind of storyline, they should have done a way better job. I still think it's a bit cheeky how they didn't get like a proper spice in for Amber. But anyway, he says that he likes a confident girl, one of those ones spiel. I like a confident girl that's not too cocky, that old chestnut. He said that he's liking Amber so far, and Amber says that she's liking him. I'm not too sure though, because looking at him, he doesn't seem like Amber's type, but maybe she's just kind of open to getting to know somebody else because she just wants to kind of, at that moment, she's kind of thinking Michael doesn't want her back, so let me just move on and try and enjoy my time. I feel like at that point she was in that headspace, so she was like, oh yeah, he seems alright, he seems like someone I can see myself with. But I wasn't 100% buying it, and I feel like she was open to getting to know him because of the situation that she was in, rather than him just coming in and she would have been drawn to him anyway. But let me know what you think. He also picks Amora for a date. Maura basically says that her and Curtis are doing well and she's going to stick with that. Obviously, Maura, she's a smart girl. She's got her eyes on at least the final. She probably thinks that she has a good chance of winning it. And really, I feel like Molly and Tommy have kind of fell off. And I feel like for the first time in Love Island history, in the UK at least, I don't think that there's a clear winner, because at this point, you usually know who's going to win at this point. You usually have a good idea of who's going to win. And I feel like at this point, like there's like, what, 2 weeks, a week and a half left? I feel like all the couples right now have an equally good chance of snatching the 50k. I wouldn't be able to say that it's going to be Molly and Tommy anymore. So maybe Curtis and Maura have a good chance of getting the 50k, because I do kind of like them as a couple. I don't think that they're going to work on the outside, but in terms of solid couples in the house, they are looking quite solid. Ovi, basically, he makes it very clear early on that he wasn't feeling Harley and that he wants to get to know India. Obviously, India picks him for a date, they kick it off, and it's looking like they're going to become a thing. Obviously, in the preview that we saw, they go in for the kiss, so I feel like Ovi's pretty much sealed the deal there. Chris, he's obviously pissed off. He knows it's a done deal for him. He says he's still going to try, but we all know he should just give it up. He's got no chance. And also with Chris, I've kind of noticed that the producers are giving him a lot of airtime. And at first, I thought he had a bit of a personality, but it's weared off fairly quickly. And I'm not really liking the airtime that he's getting. I don't feel like he's really that funny, and it feels very forced. But Chris, do you feel like the producers are giving him an unnecessary amount of airtime, or do you feel like he's generally funny and you like him and you like seeing him on the screen a lot? Harley, she hasn't come in at the best time really. Superficially, out of all of the girls, Harley's odds are not looking good. She says that she likes Obi and she likes Michael, so basically there's a pattern here. She obviously is like into black guys, like exclusively dates black guys. And all I have to say about Harley is good luck, sis. And, make it last, make it last. And after that, not much is really going on in the episode except for this whole Amber and Michael situation, which I knew was coming. and I didn't want it to come, but I had a feeling it was gonna come. I was already suspicious with the whole Michael was just being very overly friendly with Amber, like, certainly he was a dickhead before, but now he's being overly friendly, and I feel like this is a part of the manipulation, and this is the beginning of the cycle again. He's back to nice Michael, and he's back at the beginning of the cycle where he's nice Michael. So what does he do? His first course of action is now denouncing Joanna. So instead of being Mr. Nice Guy for Joanna, he's now dickhead Michael for Joanna. He's denounced Anna. He's holding on to the fact that she called him a snake, even though he is a snake. He's exhibited snaky behaviour. He didn't go home with her. She was completely justified in calling him a snake. Then it's all this, oh, I was always coming up to her. She wasn't coming up to me. All of a sudden, Joanna, who was so amazing, who was much more amazing than Amber, is now suddenly starting to have all of these negative qualities. So now he's justifying himself, flinging Joanna to the side. So that's Joanna done. Hopefully she's seeing this and she's now moving on to her next mixed race guy so she can have her designer baby. So I don't know how it's going to go. Now he's saying that he likes Amber again. And obviously there's various motives. At the back of my mind, I always thought that he liked her, and that there was a potential that they could get back together. But I thought that maybe he would eventually go back to her, even if Joanna stayed. But then if Joanna left, he would go back to her too. And obviously I'm thinking, one, he's either jealous that she seems to be getting along with Greg because he's, seems like the insecure and jealous type. Two, it's his game plan. And I feel like it's a bit of both going on here. I feel like he's jealous that she's now, a weight's almost been lifted off of her shoulders and she's getting on with somebody else. And two, he's realised perhaps maybe he should just get with her now for his game plan. Way with Michael, just rebuke him, I need to get, somehow, some holy water needs to be transported into the house and thrown in him to release the demon that is trapped inside him, the vampire, the energy vampire. Michael is still trash, and I literally see straight through it. If Amber is to get back together with him, he'll probably be nice until they leave, but then he'll be back to dickhead Michael, evil-spirited Michael, and I feel like that's how the cycle goes in his manipulation that he does. I hope that Amber doesn't get back together with him, but I feel like she is. The producers have been forcing this storyline, the boys are backing him, the girls are saying that they should get back together. All of those influences lead me to believe that Amber is going to get back with Michael. And yeah, if she does, I'm hoping that she doesn't and she just, says that she's going to see what happens with Greg and leaves it at that. But I feel like they are going to get back together. And if they are going to get back together, then I can't support them as a couple. So if there's a vote and they couple up, then I'm voting for them to go home. It's a wrap. Obviously, I still love Amber. She's still one of my favourites in there, and it's just a shame that Michael has been able to manipulate her and make her into something that she isn't. But I just hope that she doesn't get back with him. But what are we thinking? Do you feel like Amber's going to get back together with Michael, or do you feel like she's now content with moving on with the situation? On Twitter, it's still very much negative for Michael. A lot of people are saying that he's trash. I've seen a few tweets saying he's the type of guy that uses you when he feels like it and then dashes you to the side when he doesn't need you anymore. And I feel like he's definitely one of those people who, like I said, it's the cycle. You get nice Michael and then he becomes the dickhead. And then he breaks you down so you feel like you deserve the bad shit. And then he breaks you down so much that when he's nice again, you forget about him being a dickhead. And then the cycle continues again. On Twitter, a lot of people are kind of speculating, if Amber is to get back with Michael, are we going to support her now, or does that mean we're going to have to support Michael? Obviously, that question arises. So let me know what you think. So let me know, if Amber and Michael get back together, will you support them as a couple or not? I'm hoping Amber doesn't. I'm just like, Amber, you better not. But Michael has spun his wicked web around her self-esteem and around her heart somehow. And a lot of people are saying that, Amber should palm him off and tell him about himself, like what I've been saying, like she just needs to turn up. I can see glimpses of like the old Amber coming back, but I don't know if she's gonna keep it 100% 100 with Michael. Obviously, Michael has done his job of being a professional manipulator. So either way, I don't think she's gonna call out Michael for now suddenly wanting to be with her after literally just saying 24 hours ago that he was done with her. Seen a few tweets basically when Michael said that him and Ovi were quite similar, which is ridiculous, really. I thought that was actually ridiculous, and I feel like Michael's actually deluded if he feels like he is remotely on Ovi's level, and it just exhibits how deluded that Michael is. Michael needs help. If you haven't yet, follow me on Twitter. My handle is Shannon Fabuloso. That's SHANNON I usually live tweet during the episode, so feel free to at me during the episode as you're watching. And feel free to at me during the episode as you're watching it. And let me know your thoughts on today's episode. Let me know your predictions for tomorrow. Until next time, guys. Bye.